How do you do your research? How do you
Research.
stay in the know?
TikTok.
Uh-huh.
TikTok is my help. Like my mom's always like, get off TikTok, and I'm like, but I'm learning something. Well, I normally use my phone. I use my phone for nearly everything I do. Like my phone. If I didn't have this phone, this wouldn't be here. You know what I mean?
That is amazing.
But like
Amalia, I don't know if she's told you that she's actually a social entrepreneur. So both of the kids, their profits go towards educating children in a school we built in Korogocho.
Come on.
And then COVID came, and so we had to become innovative. So COVID was actually the point that created the children's businesses.
Nice. So if you can tell us your name and the name of the business you're representing today.
Okay, my name is Beyonce, and the guys you see on my left hand it's Amalia, and on left it's Marley. So they are the kids from Australia, and the business you are seeing here, it's actually they own them. Come to this side, it's Amalia's business. She makes the candles, the soaps and the body sprays. So people...
These are what? These are the scrubs?
Those are the body scrubs.
Then these are?
The body sprays.
With the candles?
The candles, we didn't actually bring them today, but next time they are going to be there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. When did you first start this business?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. Or you could remove the mic and like hold it like you see like how in the TV? Yeah, it works that way too. Nice.
So we started this business 4 years ago. That's a long time.
Yeah.
For how old are you now?
I started it when I was 6 years old, and now I am 9 years old.
What inspired you to start a business at 6 years? At what years old? 5 years old?
6 actually.
6 years old, yeah.
Makeup.
Your what?
Makeup.
Makeup. How so? Break it down. How did makeup inspire you?
Okay, I can help. The thing is that this girl is very passionate in beauty, so that's why she decided to come up with these ideas of creating this beauty cosmetic.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What do you have in you that you see makeup and you see like, oh, these are good, like I see what they're doing, I have to take part, or I see what they're doing, I have different product. What is that?
Well, to be honest, I just love beauty, like products, doing skincare, makeup, stuff like that. Like one day I want to be as big as Kylie Cosmetics one day.
Dope. Who else inspires you out there that you saw and you're like, I bet I could give them some competition?
Well, I would say Kylie Cosmetics, but that wasn't a thing back then, was it? No, it wasn't. Well, what inspired me? I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
I'm not sure.
But that is dope though. I'm only trying to date because it's really impressive for a kid, you understand? A kid to be on some business. You're supposed to be worried about like dolls, you understand? Like not doing assignment, which is dope. How do you do your research? How do you stay in the know?
TikTok. TikTok is my help. Like my mom's always like, get off TikTok, and I'm like, but I'm learning something.
And what do you study in school that is any kind related to this?
Well, I'm homeschooled, and we don't do like proper schoolwork, like doing like a market store like this, or doing activities is like my kind of like schoolwork. You know what I mean?
That is dope. Where do you envision this? Young people have very great imagination. If you imagine this, I imagine what you want it to become is way bigger than this.
Yeah.
How do you, if you were to paint that picture?
honestly, like a shopping mall this big full of my cosmetics.
That is, where do you
Literally.
get this from? I'm just curious where this comes from. Like, why aren't you thinking kid stuff?
Well,
I'm just curious. I'm not condemning. I'm impressed. I'm just curious.
where I get this from, probably TikTok or something. Like, I'm on TikTok 24/7. That's how I get all of these crazy ideas, man.
Yeah. Maybe when she sees something, she is curious and she really wants to know how this is made, and that's what drives her close to what she's doing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, part of the reason of how like I've got like this happening here is because like I normally, if I see something that I really like, I create it on paper, and then I will I will recreate it. I'll tell my mom, like, oh my god, mom, I want to make stuff like this. And then like I just love makeup and stuff. It's just so fun to do.
What are some of the advantages of doing business as a kid that you might have noticed maybe adults might not have as much as?
Well, most kids, there aren't that many kids in the world that do this, like have a business as a child. Because like having a business as a child is like, it's just crazy. It's really crazy, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
In a good way, like the genius kind of crazy.
Definitely.
Yeah, the kind we tolerate.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, and how do you do? Does I don't even know what I'm trying to ask you. How do you want to compare? How do you want to involve other people that? Because you'll go to high school at some point, you'll go to campus at some point.
I might not go to high school though.
Break it down for us. Break it down for us.
I mean,
Why don't you think so?
I don't want to go to high school. There's too much drama, to be honest.
How
Too
do
much
you know?
drama for me.
How do you? Do you have an elder sibling?
Yes, I do. But both my older siblings, they live in Australia.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and now our mother has come.
Ah. Is that who's responsible for enabling the genius?
Yep.
Oh. It is though. It is though. It's the reality.
Hi, I'm Susan.
I'm Eugene.
Nice to meet you.
I'm documenting for the Sanaa Art Festival. This is going on their website and YouTube. Yeah. And I've seen.
Come over to the
I'm
mic.
coming to him. I see he's like the next. I don't know, Yeezy. Who's your best fashion designer?
Probably himself.
He doesn't really have a fashion designer, but he has a whole ethos
Uh-huh.
around his business.
Yeah, because this has to come from somewhere.
Yeah. So he'll tell you.
I'm coming to him.
Go
I'm coming to him.
upstairs.
How does your mom impact your business?
My mum, the car probably, driving us everywhere. Like, she's basically an Uber driver. It's crazy.
How do you conceptualize your business? Do you write things down? How do you ideate? How do you follow up? Do you have a
Well-
whiteboard?
Well, I normally use my phone. I use my phone for nearly everything I do. You know, like my phone, if I didn't have this phone, this wouldn't be here. You know what I mean?
That is amazing.
But like I do use like books, paper, you know what I mean? But yeah.
What business? What title do you give yourself? Are you a designer? Are you a curator? Are you a businessman? Are you a CEO, businesswoman? Or are you a CEO?
Businesswoman and CEO. You know what I mean?
Why that? Why those titles when you could give yourself a designer? You on Kylie's neck right now?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I just give myself the CEO because here we call this one the Malika Mist, and then this one
What
is
does this do? Explain a bit of your
lavender.
product. What you're passionate about. this.
Okay, these ones are like body mist, you know, and we use them for like relaxation and body mist, and they make you smell really good. And then maybe over here, we've got scrubs. Like here, this is coffee. It's my least favorite
Oh.
because I don't like coffee. This one's my favorite, mango.
What is in there?
That's the secret.
I see you, I see you. What do you call them? What do you call them?
So mango body scrub, coffee body scrub, and then we also have this like cocoa butter kind of body lotion, I guess. And then here we have got soap.
Oh.
So this is coconut soap. And then next we have shea butter soap. And then this one it's my favorite, to be honest. It is honey and chia. That's my favorite one. And then also we have really cute little lip balms. Like, I love them. They're my fave. Well, one of my favorite. I love everything. And then this one, some people might know it, but it's one that you get. You take the cap off, you push this down. You push this down, and then that's how the product comes out.
That is nice. That is nice. You've really mastered your product. Who helps with the design and the packaging? Holy snap! That is so. You know that's it's called an unfair advantage. You understand?
And she's just been featured in Australia's top-selling book.
Oh, how did you get that? How did you get this opportunity?
It's all through my mum. You need to ask my mum that.
Could you
Mum,
pass
take the
her
mic. Take the
Oh
mic.
my gosh. So Amalia, I don't know if she's told you that she's actually a social entrepreneur. So both of the kids, their profits go towards educating children in a school we built in Korogocho.
Come on. Come on.
You're hilarious.
Oh man. Because that's a complete, what do they call, elevator pitch? Like, come on. You know, come on.
So it's actually an ideology that we've created about raising children to be contributors to society rather than consumers of it.
Because it's very, especially when they have like supportive parents still here and they're making strides like this,
And
I
we've
don't
just
know.
moved to Kenya 2 months ago.
Come on. Why
This
move
is
to
a
Kenya?
great-
Why move to Kenya, by the way?
Because they're Kenyan and because I want them to be raised in a Kenyan value system.
Why do you value that? Why is that important
I
to you?
need to take this out.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Don't put that up. So I actually believe that Kenya has everything that the Western world needs at the moment. So in Kenya, there's a lot of hope, there's innovation, there's community, there is connection. And I believe that in the West, we've lost a lot of that.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I've really brought the children back here to raise them under that value system, but also to teach Kenyans how we can create children as social entrepreneurs to change the world.
Where does that value system come from? From living in the wild, or you are
Yeah.
raising, you're bringing?
So I lived in Kenya a long time ago, and I consider Kenya to be home. And the children have Kenyan fathers who don't live in Kenya.
Nice.
And so, yeah, my heart has always been in Kenya, and now it's really about shining the light of Kenya onto the world. And we believe, so in Australia we have a lot of mental health issues, and I actually believe that if we raise our children understanding that they're here to be of service, then they live in peace.
Where does the business acumen, where does the inspiration to have your kids have business acumen come from?
So what actually happened is the children and I built the schools in 2019. We came to Kenya 3 times and we built the 2 schools. One is in Korogocho, one is in Kiserian.
Korogocho, I know Korogocho. What is the music school? Close to
Yes.
the music school?
Yes.
That's amazing.
And then COVID came, and so we had to become innovative. So COVID was actually the point that created the children's businesses. And in Korogocho, we started a children's dance troupe that my kids were then able to raise money to pay salaries of teachers to teach children during COVID. You're very good for my ego.
Whoa, come on.
So we've got a goal. Let me tell you part of the
what
goal.
does the meeting look like in the house? How does the hot house meeting look like? Hi, kid. Hi, mom. We're thinking we can raise. How did that? I'm just curious. We need cameras in your house. You understand me?
So it actually came about, I'd lived overseas for a long time. I moved back to Australia very broke and very broken. The children and I were living with my mum. We had no money. We didn't have our own house. And Marley wanted us to win this lottery house in a competition. And when we didn't win it, I said to Marley, okay, what can you do to raise your own money to be in a position to buy your own house? And so we talked about the things that he loves. So he's a scooter rider and a trampoliner. And we talked about creating a business around what they love, learning how to monetize that, and then paying profits forward. You're hilarious, Eugene.
Because these are things I'm learning right now.
Yes.
They're learning what time?
Molly's
God.
9.
Yeah, then she
Molly's
started
13.
business 6. Come on.
Yeah, she started at
I was
6.
not even worried about nothing at that
So
age.
let me show you where she's here.
Oh man. You said these are which country's book? Where is this book
This
from?
is the best-selling book in Australia at the moment, and it's actually teaching financial literacy for children. And Amalia was very fortunate to be featured as the 8-year-old who helped build a school in Kenya. So wait till you talk to Marley, you'll be blown away.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
I've just got to go upstairs.
Okay. Thank
If
you.
you need me, or they can give you my number.
Oh yeah, I'll need even a business card or something. Because I also need to send you people these so you can see also.
Let me
Yeah.
do the number now. Do Marley, I'll come back. I'll come
Okay,
back. Yeah.
okay. Hi,
Hi,
what's your name? Tell us your name.
my name is Marley and I have my own business called 99% Marley. And the intention of my business is to make the world more kinder, more grateful and more courageous.
So tell us a bit, it's called 99% Courage, yeah?
Yeah, my business is called 99% Marley and my 3 hashtags are 99% kindness, 99% gratitude and 99% courage.
So tell us about a little bit of, 99% gratitude, 99% kindness. Are these principles you live by?
Yeah, so these are the ones with the hashtags are the newly designed clothing, but the ones with the logo that say 99% Marley are the older ones. And then we have the black and white hats.
What inspired you? Why fashion? You could have done anything your sister does. That's your sister, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does cosmetics because I know she, like, I understand her influence.
Yeah.
You have TikTok, you'll get in, what do you call it, constructive people, if you're a constructive person. So where
Yeah.
does this come from for you?
I like doing this because it's clothing and you can like wear it whenever. Because like it's clothing, like it's, yeah, like you just wear it, you can wear it all the time, you can wear it anywhere, anytime. And yeah, and it's just, this clothing is really comfortable as well.
Do you have like, what did you wear, what did you ever buy in a store that made you think like, this is something I could do? Come on.
I think I made these shirts because right now I think the world needs a bit more kindness, a bit more gratitude and a bit more courageous. So that's why I decided to put them on these shirts, because when you actually wear the shirts you have to be kind, grateful and courageous.
And where's the 1%?
The 1% is it was trial and error, I'm pretty sure, I think. Wait, I forgot, it was a tricky one. I think it was trial and error. Like trial and error. Like it can't be 100% all the time. Like it has to be that 99%.
Nice. Do you know, when I was your age, I had like a similar design I did on Photoshop.
Yeah.
I used to call it graph sign,
Yeah.
but I didn't have the courage to come display and sell.
Oh.
Where do you get that from?
The shirts really, because
True.
I'm wearing courage right
So
now.
that helps with the confidence.
Yes,
But then
it
it had
does.
to come from somewhere for you to like think,
yeah.
even to believe the shot will be good.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
So it mainly comes from like believing in yourself. Like you have to believe in yourself to do this, or else it doesn't really work. So the main part is like believing in yourself and trying your very best.
Who do you see yourself as? What's the image that drives you? Like say a young graphic designer might think he's Picasso, and that would drive him.
Yeah.
So who do you see yourself? What's in your mind? What's in your imaginative?
Yeah.
Or what like are you inspired by the vision of what you could become doing this?
Yeah, I am. Because what I'm planning to do is I'm gonna try work this business up really high, so I can make a living out of it. So I don't have to work. So this can be like my job, and I can make a living out of it. And
do you have like because you've come to an exhibition, that's one way of selling it and making a living out of it.
Yeah.
What's like other ways at your age you're exploring?
So I'm exploring to do an Instagram shop and make an ad. So hopefully that can get like lots of exposure here. And that's what I'm doing right now. Maybe further on in the future I'll have a website as well as an Instagram shop. And yeah, that's what I'm thinking of right now. Yeah.
So, and most of the time when people do, most of the people I know that have fashion ideas and have it branded like you have branded it are mostly multifaceted. What else are you into?
Well, what I do is I am a trampoliner and I do scooter riding. So I do my business through that a lot of the time. Because I live in Australia, but I'm here right now. In skate parks in Australia, there's like a lot of bullying and a lot of violence and everything. Like people can just be fighting because they want to. So that's why I made these 3 hashtags, because like there's not really much kindness. There's not really many people being grateful in skate parks and everything. And so that's mainly why I made these. Yeah.
Good. What is it that has you connect things like that? You know you're very young to be connecting stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Like you know that is like it's only a few of you that are this age doing what you're doing. Guy, who do you look at in the world that is like an inspiration that you draw from, that you think is like you or is like you, or you're cut from the same cloth?
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure at the moment. No, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. What software tools do you use to design this?
So I do these on a computer. I make these in a computer, and then I get them printed by a website, and then that's how I get the clothing and everything made.
Yeah, and I know that you're in Kenya.
Yeah.
Does the business also run when you're in Australia?
Yeah, it can very easily. Yeah.
How is that different from here?
So if people want to order a shirt and they're in Kenya, unless I'm in Australia, so they can order it because I'm going to start making an Instagram shop. So they can just order it through there, and then I can just ship them through here. So I won't even like see the shirt or anything. Because I can just get them delivered from the manufacturer straight to their house.
Do you ever think marketing strategies?
Yes, I do a lot.
Break it down a little for us.
Yeah, so like, for example, the Instagram shop, that can, a lot of people can see that, and a lot of people can order, because like, like I'm gonna make a website, I'm gonna make an Instagram shop, Instagram ad, so lots of people will see all of that. So I'm mainly gonna start doing that, and then hopefully a lot of people will see it.
Nice. And the packaging, what makes you think of packaging like this?
Oh yes.
And think like packaging will be as important as the brand logo?
Yeah, well, packaging is very important, so that's why I made these bags. So like, for example, if someone wants to order something, I can just put it in the bag and they can walk off with it. So they have like something to hold, instead of just carrying just like the hat or the shirt by itself.
So I'm assuming this was a dream, right, at one time?
Yeah.
So now that you're here, what else are you dreaming?
I'm dreaming to make a living out of this, and I'm dreaming to, mostly make a living out of this.
So how old are you again?
13.
What will a living look like to a 13-year-old? I'm just curious.
Maybe like having my own house, like working up to like having my own house.
Bro, you're 13.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you. So yeah, because I want to make a living out of this, so like eventually I dream of having like my own house with like all my own ideas inside of it. So that's why, yeah. So like I'm trying to like make a living out of this. So yeah.
Any cloth brand out here that you see is like, you know, Misfits by Jaden Smith?
No.
He has like this brand. If you Google it, just if you find time, you remember, Google Misfits. He has a lot of what you're,
Okay.
I don't know, like he has concepts to it. He also has tied it to
Yeah.
like how you have consciousness tied to it, mental health and all that
Yeah.
selling.
Yeah.
That is genius, bro.
Thank
So he
you.
also has like a
Thank
bit of that in there. But
Yeah.
it's I don't know. You ever thought of like collaborating with musicians
Yes.
for product placement?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Tell us about that, because you skate too, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a double whammy for the music game.
Yeah. So hopefully, maybe hopefully sometime like some sponsors will like find me and then maybe sponsor me and then they can like start promoting this and then like I get even more exposure to it. So yeah, that would be really cool. That would be really cool.
Do you work with any photographers your age?
Not really, no. Not
Who
really.
takes the pictures for your Instagram shop?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do that.
That is amazing. So tell us a bit of how your mind was. What other ideas were you cooking up before this came to materialize?
So
Do you have other pet projects?
no, it was mainly just this business and like making shirts and hats and hoodies and everything.
Where do you get that clarity of mind of like, this is what I want to do and I'm going to focus on it?
It's mainly
When I'm asking that because it's not common. There's people twice your age that it's difficult to settle on one thing.
yeah. Oh, because it was like I kind of have to stick to this now because like if I want to make a living out of it, you can't really just quit. So yeah.
Yeah, your state of mind is amazing at 13, bro.
Thank you.
What age did you start using computers?
I mainly started when I was 8, but I didn't have a business then because I started my business when I was 12. So I've been doing this for 3 years now.
Guy, what are like your clients? Who are like your target clients? Who do you target for this to be? Besides the skate kids and the...
I'm trying to target some sponsorship, some people that can sponsor me because then they can help like expose their business and everything so that it can get bigger. And that's mainly it right now.
Collaborations, you ever thought of that, looking into that?
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I would collaborate with someone, but I'm just really not sure who yet. Not sure.
How does it feel coming from a family where business is encouraged and like...
It feels good, yeah, because because I have a business, Amalia has a business, and then my older sister also has a business. So yeah.
That is amazing, bro.
Thank you.
And is there an entrepreneur you look at for this type of game inspiration in the world? Say maybe you watch Diddy or I don't know.
I don't really watch anyone. No, I don't really watch anyone do this. No.
Where do you get your business acumen?
What was that again?
Your business acumen. You are well versed in. You understand what you're doing with your business.
Yeah.
That must come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Most of the times they're taught or self-taught or acquired through
like-
apprenticeship or something.
Because if you know you want to start a business, you know you got to figure out a way to like sell your clothing and like who you're gonna target, and where you're gonna target, and how you're gonna do it. So that's where you get it from. Yeah.
That is amazing. What's your plan like with say 5 years from now with this?
I'm hoping to grow bigger, and I'm hoping to get a little bit more known. And yeah, that's for now.
Does having a business while young at school make it excited to go to school?
Well, like Amalia said, she's homeschooled and so am I. So Mum homeschools Amalia and I, yeah.
Have you ever been to a normal school?
Yes, I have. I was there, the last time I was in school was 2018.
Nice.
So I've been doing this for 3 years.
What do you think is the difference?
Well, I like homeschooling because doing this like is my business. I don't really sit down and do schoolwork because, for example, like maths. This is maths because like I have to know how much it is to buy one, and then how much it is to sell one, and then how much is profit and how much you put back. And yeah, that's like maths. And then you have spelling. Like you have to make an inventory. You have to like do all this. Yeah.
So are you taught that in homeschool, or that's
Yes.
just what you know for you to go seek at homeschool?
That's part of homeschooling, and that's how I do it through the business.
God, do you by any chance notice the difference between you and kids your age?
Yes.
What do
I
you think that is? I'm just curious.
Well, my business is called 99% Marley because I do what 99% of 13-year-olds don't do. So, for example, I have like my own business, and my mum built 2 schools, one in Kisarian and one in Karakocho. So, half of the profits from all of this goes back into the school that my mum built.
What sentimental value does that hold for you that you have a school that you're running? 2 schools for that matter.
Yeah, so I think my mum built them in resource poor communities. So yeah, so once we like obviously half of the profits go back into the school. So I think one of my older sisters bought some sewing machines for the school. So then because my mum runs a dance troupe, so I think my older sister bought a sewing machine for them, so then they could make costumes and stuff. I think that's all I know right now. Yeah.
Nice. What lessons do you get from your sister? Or being 2 young people that run businesses, what do you learn from each other?
Well, I do clothing, and then she does soaps and mist and stuff. So it's different. Like it's 2 completely different things. So it's like you don't really like get much because like they're 2 completely different things. So yeah.
Interesting. This is just impressive that people are young and they're looking into business, because at this age there's really nothing wrong you can do with business.
No,
I don't think so. Is there something someone can do wrong at this age with business? I don't think so.
I think if you have a really good intention.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because actually, in the world, nobody wants you to be richer than them. Yeah?
That's interesting. Can I get that?
Mike, come on. Oh, we're back?
Yeah, because you're spitting game on me, you understand?
Still going.
What was the question?
So you're saying there could be drawbacks for starting businesses because my thinking is if I started a business this young, I would have made 1,000 mistakes and I'll be still okay. I still have a bright future. So by the time I'm 18, I would have made all mistakes people make by the time they're 40.
Which is a good thing.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
there's really nothing wrong you can do.
Absolutely. I mean, and even if you have a look at Amalia's cosmetics,
Yeah.
we had a bit of a panic attack because we didn't have labels. Yeah, and she was like, it's okay, we'll print some labels and stick them with glue.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I would have not noticed if you didn't have mentioned.
And the other ones, they don't have labels.
And they look okay though.
And they
it's
look
classy.
okay. And
Like,
but what it also means is she will grow to the next step. Yeah, so rather than putting bad labels or something that might be wrong, she will actually grow to the next step. So I think kids are much better at surrendering perfection than we are as adults.
I get what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then to answer your question about failure, like about how successful they can be, it's really not about how much money you earn. It's about how much impact you create.
Yeah.
And so that's why the both of them have really solid intentions to their business, and they understand that their business is about collaborating to make the world a better place. It's not just about profit into their pockets. So they don't lack, but others also don't lack through their particular model. So we go and teach this model in schools, we run entrepreneur programs because we actually believe it has so much capacity to change kids' lives.
I get what you're saying.
And adults, Eugene.
I get true though, because this is, I'm picturing Him at 25, he probably be getting paid just to give talks now of the wealth of information. Not everyone is lucky enough to start that young.
So we've got a goal in Kenya for them to have a retail outlet in every mall.
That is possible.
So that's the idea. And it's also connected to growing the brand in Kenya. So then countries outside of Kenya see the power of possibility in Kenya.
And starting a retail shop when they're young is a great marketing.
Yes.
I don't know. It's hard for us not to give to kids.
Exactly.
It's almost manipulation. The good kind of. You understand?
Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing. And what do you think of like homeschooling compared to regular schooling?
So I've actually been a teacher my whole career. And then when Marley was 9, he came home from school and said, "Mum, I'm too stupid to go to school." And so I had to rethink my entire plan for my life because I also raised them as a single parent. So obviously if you're homeschooling, you can't earn. So I can't have a 9-to-5 job.
Because you have to...
because I'm at home with them. And then in Australia, as a single parent, you have to do everything. So what we did, so I actually really listened to him in him saying school was not his model
Where do you get that
education.
from? That you listen to, with all due respect, a small kid?
I think when you understand that the children are our teachers.
I know what you're saying. I've ever read someone that the good parents learn from their children,
That's
the bad
exactly
ones
it.
teach their children.
Well, that's
Enforce,
exactly
or-
it.
yeah.
Yes. So it's like when you understand that your children are here to be your teachers, then as we listen to them, that's how this comes to be. And it's also how children are empowered to activate their potential. Because they actually know what they need. We think we know what they need, but they know, like intuitively, they know what they need. And so it's up for us to listen.
True, because what Africans have is they have to fight with their parents first. Before, so not everyone even makes it out of that fight.
And not only Africans. I mean, I think it's been a narrative that we've all grown up with around the world. You know, we think that parents know best.
Yeah.
We think the teachers know best. And now we're understanding that, like when we see so much disengagement within the school system, and we see school systems that are not serving the needs of our children, we have to do something about it. And so it is actually listening to them. If children actually ran the government or children ran enterprise, the world would be a very different place. It would be filled with compassion.
New
it would be filled with
ideas,
love.
fresh.
Yes.
I get what
Because they're uncorrupted.
The smartest companies have a section for kids, either to allow them come play,
Yeah.
So they have, they're connected to them in a way. Even I've talked to the greatest painters, they make time to go teach the kids.
Absolutely. It's very
like,
important. Because we actually learn from them.
I get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
we learn from them. So interacting with them, like you've learned a lot from them today.
Bro, you have no idea how. Jesus Christ. I might go today reboot my fashion brand. I have help now.
Perfect. Oh, you have a
Trust me.
fashion brand?
When I was young, his age, I did something similar. That's why I've asked him, where does he get the confidence to come display? Because we make, but then it takes a whole other artist to come sell now. That's a whole nother...
And these guys can actually, like I can drop them at the car park. They can come in, they set up. I've gone and had lunch with a friend. They have their own M-Pesa. They know how to interact with customers. It's teaching them to fish.
Because there's someone say that sometimes parents might take kids to school when they could do a better job themselves.
Well, absolutely. And I think COVID really taught us, particularly in Australia, or maybe everywhere, COVID taught us that schools are actually daycare facilities for parents who don't want to be around their children.
True.
Or parents who don't know how to be around their children.
I understand that completely.
Yeah.
It was like exposed. That
Absolutely.
exposed
Absolutely.
that facade or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But homeschooling and doing what we do has actually taken a lot of courage, a lot more courage than I was even consciously aware of, because you're going against so many mainstream narratives. But people come up to me and say, well, why do you homeschool your children? And I say, why do you school yours?
What responses do you get?
They respond like you.
Because it's a good question, you feel me?
Yeah. So you're asking me to justify my choice because I've done something a little bit left of
Unorthodox,
centre.
yeah.
But I've done it with such a conscious understanding. But lots of people who send their children to school do it because they think that's what we do.
Yeah.
But if you ask children, 99% of children would say to you, I'd be better off without school.
Yeah, because I've asked him how homeschooling impacts what he does directly, and that was mind-boggling. It's like you teach directly into the skill level. Like if there was like a plug for every skill, it goes directly. With school, they kind of sprinkle it around for you to figure out.
And actually, if you really think about it, school is more about institutionalizing than it is about educating.
It is true.
Yeah?
I get that.
And the ideology of school started in the 1800s at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, when they needed people to be able to work conveyor belts and work in...
Because of industrialization at the time.
Exactly.
So with technology, things have to change because
Absolutely.
life has changed. The world is changing.
Absolutely. And to change that education system is destabilizing a massive status quo of how we think things are done.
Yeah. In
And so
Nigeria,
very many people are
they
scared.
stopped crypto because kids were coming out millionaires and the government didn't know
Exactly.
what to do with that.
Exactly.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get what
absolutely.
you're saying. But that is amazing that you are so in touch with, I don't know, is it being a passionate mother? Where does this come from? Like, is mothering also something you just into, like, because people discover this in professional careers because they're obsessed about it. It's something they really wanted to do, so it's easy for them to connect like this.
Oh, I think it actually came from a lot of heartbreak and a lot of heartache. And these two were born in Qatar. I have two older children who I adopted from Kenya as babies, and they now live in Australia.
Nice.
But I lived in Qatar, and then things went a little bit pear-shaped, and I got held under country arrest there, and I lost the children for 3 years.
Whoa, you had to like
So
legal and everything.
So I was still in Qatar, and they got sent to Australia.
Whoa.
So when you lose something, you know, you get it back and it's gold.
I know what you
It's gold. So we were separated for such a long
I get what
time
you're
that we
saying.
now really appreciate the quality of every moment.
That is intense. That is some movie life stuff. Holy stuff. That is a movie. That is truly. That just by itself is marketing. Is a marketing story is enough. We don't even need to hear nothing else. We buy whatever they're selling. Come on. And now when they get to like, because one thing I've noticed about like American people over there is people sell as a story. By the time we're done listening to the story, okay, whatever you're selling. You feel me? It's like people of and from what I'm listening, it's like people teach that they might not even know they're doing that.
No,
Americans,
they do.
I don't even think they know how.
These guys are really good with that because I also teach them that nobody needs another T-shirt. Everybody's got a T-shirt.
I get what
Yeah,
you're saying.
but what people need is what is on Marley's T-shirts. People need kindness.
Yeah,
people need
very
gratitude.
true, very
People
true.
need courage.
And he's too young to even know how to have like a concept behind his product. That is amazing.
Oh no, he actually knows the concept because we lived through hell.
Oh, I get
So
what
because
you're
we
saying.
lived the opposite of these virtues, we now know.
I
So
get
that's
what
part of
you're
the story.
saying.
Because we've lived the opposite, we understand the value of living these.
Because it's connected the T-shirts with even bullying at the skate park.
Yes.
Now that's public relations.
Yes.
That's campus stuff.
Yes.
Guys, that's amazing. You understand? Because I had to go to campus to understand what he's saying. Like the fact that you need a whole campaign behind what you're doing to get people's emotion and
You
also to
see?
be valuable in society. You understand?
Sorry, I was interrupting.
And school.
If you're going for a really tough meeting and you wear a T-shirt that says 99% courage, yeah, the person sitting opposite
It's
you,
contagious. It's like you're programming me.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah. Or if I'm going for a really tough meeting, I'll wear 99% gratitude.
I get what
so
you're
that
saying.
person who wants to confront me is seeing this.
Gratitude, and now he's like mixed in there. He also wants, because it's the human virtue that we yearn for.
Exactly.
So whoever has them,
Yes.
we are interested in
Yes.
them. I get what you're saying.
Yes.
And I legit had to go. I just finished my PR.
Okay.
So it's when I knew all this. We were taught in
Right.
PR class. You understand? This is campus. They're 13. He's 13 talking about he wants to have this as a, what do you call it? To like settle as this as a, like a profession. So I'm like, at 13, what does that look for? He's like, own a house. I'm like, bro, you're supposed to like want a bike. You understand? You're supposed to want a bike and like some toys, a PlayStation. Yeah, house. I want a house too.
Yeah.
I'm working for a house at the end of the year, maybe. You understand? That's dope, though. That
But
is
also,
dope.
you know, we sweat for a house.
I know, but just the mentality
Yeah.
to want one at a
Yeah.
young age, and not just to want one, to have a plan to get one.
Yeah.
That is, I don't know. I don't know in which world where that is not impressive, is all I'm saying. Yeah,
You're
is
very
all I'm
kind.
saying.
You're very
It's all-
kind.
No, it's just I'm really impressed because I remember myself being this young, and I was just impressed to do it and leave it on the PC. That was enough. That was success for me at the time. They have I wouldn't even leave alone the courage just to think
Did
of
Marley
coming
tell you
to
he does a podcast?
Bro, so why don't you know telling
Even
me everything?
Amalia.
Holy snap! Because you know the next thing I was trying to tell you people is what a podcast. Because people need this to say, you feel me?
They've written audio. They've done audio books. They've written books. She'll tell you.
Oh man!
So,
tell us
today,
some more about, especially about the podcast. Then
Yeah.
go on.
Today for my podcast, we did the 3rd episode today because mine is really new, but Marley's podcast is very old.
What do you talk about in your podcast?
Well, mine is about like learning about Kenya.
That is smart.
Yeah.
That is so manipulative in a good way. You found you know how
Yeah.
to find places to go reside in.
Yeah. And then Marley's podcast is like about his hashtags that you have seen, like, you know, 99% courage, 99% gratitude, 99% courage. So he asks a bunch of people, like, what do you think about kindness, gratitude, and courage? And then they give the answer, blah, blah, blah. And then that's his podcast, but you learn a bit more in mine.
Where do you forget the podcast ideas from? Where did you get that idea from?
Well, I'm not really sure. Well, it was my mum's idea for me to have a podcast, but Marley, on the other hand, who's running away, Marley, I don't really know. I'm not really sure about his, to be honest.
Do you know that a podcast is good content marketing for your brand?
Yeah, definitely, because he has his own Spotify, and there are like thousands of people on Spotify.
He has a Spotify.
I think. Or Audible, one of them.
Some of these things you people are doing should be legal at like a certain age, you understand? Just to make it a fair playing ground.
Yeah.
Holy snap, that is amazing. What like equipment are you people handling when you're doing podcasts?
When we're doing podcasts, we just use a phone.
That is amazing. So that's all you need basically. People complicate
Literally.
stuff.
Yeah.
I know what
like,
you're saying.
don't overcomplicate stuff.
That is amazing. Do you does it get lonely homeschooling?
No, it doesn't really get lonely because most of the time I'm playing a game with my friends, and then I'm filming TikTok videos. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Also, maybe something you didn't know about me, if my mom hasn't mentioned it, I'm a horse rider.
Where did you get? Why that? Why did you want a pony at one time?
I've got 2.
You have ponies,
Yeah, but I only lease them. I don't own them.
so that's why the
Yeah.
interest comes from.
And
What do you want to do with that? Is it a hobby? Do you want to?
it's more of my sport.
Holy
As an equestrian, that's my sport, you know? And
What-
then I use this business to get money to spoil my ponies.
To spoil your what? Oh man. So tell people
yeah.
about your podcast. What's the name of the podcast? How can they find
Marley,
it?
come here. talk about your podcast.
And how you use Spotify. What made you start a podcast?
I did it because I wanted a way for like people to think about like what they think about kindness, gratitude, and courage. Because did Amalia tell you about the podcast? Yeah. So because I wanted people to like think like what they think about it and like their opinion on it. And I've done like 50 podcasts so far. So I've had like 50 different opinions. So yeah, that's mainly why.
Do you interview people on it?
Yeah, we interview lots of people. I've gone into Parliament House twice. I've gone to radio stations. I've gone into lots of different houses to do it. And yeah, that's why.
How does the podcast help with the brand?
It's another thing that people can see if they want to explore me. Like, because we got 99 Seconds with Marley. I'm starting an Instagram shop, Instagram ads, and then we have like the merch and everything. Yeah.
So you're in a house one day, right? Then you think podcast, right?
Yeah.
So what next? Do you think these the questions I'll be at? Like, what's the thought process? I'm just curious, because what's the thought process like? Okay, so I'm going to start a podcast, then what?
Well, I wanna like we already have the podcast up and running. It's been.
Oh yeah. Like now, before now, like say on the week that you started the podcast, what was running through your mind? Like, did you want to? What made you start a podcast? Did you see a podcast or thought I could do it? Did you think you have oratory skills for a podcast? Did you think you have journalistic? Because those are the main things people. Or did you think you have a personality? And how do you know that at 12, bro?
The way I wanted to start my podcast was because my mum and I thought of it. So we just do it on mum's phone and we just record it. So it's pretty simple, and it's only 99 seconds.
I know it seems simple. It's not simple, bro. I have a podcast, 4 episodes.
Okay.
And I done tried. Is when right now I'm trying to like now continue it. So I'm like, me interviewing you people is kind of a side gig of my podcast.
Oh yeah.
But I'm 30, bro. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. And for me to think of a podcast, I thought I had say media skills. Say I had to have things to boost my confidence. Where do you get that at a young age? And I'm only asking because I'm curious. I'm really mind blown right now.
So I use courage. Making the podcast is like being like courageous. Like you're interviewing people, you're talking to new people. So that's where like the courage comes in. And yeah, that's why.
Yeah, but I also get that you have your mom is raising you is like something she really takes to heart.
Yeah.
So you people must have, I don't know, it's amazing. Just know that at your age, and you're doing all of this, bro. I have designers at my age that will trade your place. You understand?
Okay.
You should, bro. You should. Where else do you go to exhibit this? Say if it wasn't here, next time where you going? Where did you go last time?
So. This is actually our first market still in Kenya. So eventually we might do a few more, and then hopefully I'm gonna start getting my Instagram shop ready, so I don't actually have to do these stores anymore. So,
nice.
Yeah.
So any parting shot? What would you tell the younger you? What is it that you've known now that say the person who started this, if he knew, he would have skipped so many steps that maybe he would have went through? Yeah.
Well, you have to learn a lot of money skills, because it's like with math, like money skills, and you have to learn. I wasn't really good at spelling, so like I did lots of writing, like writing my inventory down and everything. So I learned a lot of spelling through this, and I learned a lot of like meeting so many new people. Like I've met like so many people through this journey, and I know I'm gonna meet so many new people in the future. So. That's what's gonna happen pretty soon. Yeah.
When you say money, you said money matters.
Money skills.
Yeah, money skills.
Yeah.
Could you break that down for us? What does that entail? In just like give us some game.
So when I first ordered like my first batch of merch, the way you start, like for starters, like if you need a start and you don't have any money, the way you do it is you borrow some money from your parents, and then you sell the merch, and then you pay them back. So that's like how you start it. So you borrow some money from them, and then they buy the merch, and then you sell it off, and then you pay them back. Yeah.
Bro, that is amazing, bro. So do you still play PlayStation?
Yeah.
What do you do when you're not in your business, on your business trip?
I play video games with my friends in my spare time, and that's mainly what I do. Yeah, in my spare time.
What games do you play? Do you play GTA?
Yeah, I do.
GTA Online?
No, not yet.
Uh-huh.
I play Call of Duty with my friends. I play some mobile games with my friends. I play lots of different games. Yeah.
Do you ever wear suits to business meetings?
No, not yet.
Yo, that is amazing. So tell people your name, remind people the name of your businesses and where they can find you online again, and the name of your podcast too. Yeah.
So my name is Marley. I have my own business called 99% Marley, and the intention of my business is to make the world more kinder, more grateful, and more courageous. And you can find me on Instagram at 99% Marley. You can find my podcast on any podcast platform at 99 Seconds with Marley. And yeah.
What's the name of the podcast again?
99 Seconds with Marley.
Nice. They had you just miss me.
Okay.
Yeah. That is, I don't know how to tell you, bro. I have nothing, but I'm just a fan. Next time, where's your next exhibition? So I can follow up, get a t-shirt or some. Come with a few friends of mine just so I can make them realize they're slacking.
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure where I'm doing it next, but I think we're going to do another one pretty soon.
Do you update where you're going to sell on your gram or something?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
Because I have 2 Instagrams. I have my 99% Marley one, which is where I post all my trampolining and scooter riding. And you can find my other one, which is more about my business, at 99% Marley _Kipreneur.
Nice. Then lastly, what do you like about exhibitions?
Like meeting new people. Like you meet new people because you're basically here all day, so you just meet lots of people and have fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, I really appreciate